Hi, my name is Kevin Wachs. I'm the president and CEO of Earthly Body Products in Chatsworth, California. My wife and I, actually founders of the Get Together Foundation, an organization that, among other things, does events to benefit the homeless issues in Southern California. Homelessness is complicated, so there's a myriad of reasons why. Bottom line on most reasons is at some point something happened in people's lives that forced them to check out of the mainstream, whether it was they lost their jobs, they got hooked on drugs, they had a bad breakup with their wife or husband, and it forced them into a situation they weren't able to pull themselves out of. So the biggest concern is that I don't blow my cover, to be honest with you, just because I'm thinking I might feel a little bit out of place in that I'm with a group of people who, frankly, I hope I never end up in a homeless shelter. I'm very privileged. I'm blessed with lots of great things in my life. Really glad I did it. I think getting some better insight. I don't think you can really get the right insight unless you actually really do it. A lot of times we're thinking in terms of there is no funding or there is no housing. There's a lot of red tape in government and they can't put the money into use. Unless there's new shelters coming along, it's a problem. The shelter's there, the staffing's there, the money is there. I don't understand why it would close on March 1st. It makes absolutely no sense to me at all. When Ken first told me about it, I was really reserving judgment. Maybe it would be a situation where the people are less than desirable, whatever exactly that means, and they would be flooding out into the streets of that neighborhood, and then maybe that's a problem, but that was not the case at all. They were sleeping overnight in a church, that we had no access to the streets, even if we chose to. The most surprising thing is just the overall nature of the people, how normal they seemed. Somewhere along the line, something went bad. Whether they lost a job, they lost a spouse, they got hooked on drugs, they were injured. A lot of those things could be interrelated. But something clearly went bad that they ended up in a homeless shelter. But I don't think they turned into bad or mean people. They seem pretty normal. And my guess would be that they probably could be taken out of that circumstance with something going right. Didn't smell bad, it wasn't loud or anything. I actually slept. And I really never felt unsafe. The first 5 minutes, I was just a little unsure of what to expect. Ken had said it might be up to an hour before the bus shows up. I think it was maybe 45 minutes. And then it was pretty clear that everybody was, in fact, friendly. One of our board of directors members, Steve Goddard, has already expressed an interest. One of my bandmates, John Pratt, hasn't expressed an interest. I would challenge them. A good friend of mine, Jim Anchor, who has also expressed an interest in doing this. Somebody on the city council should do this. Specifically the one who's in the district where this homeless shelter is, or maybe somebody else who lives in the neighborhood who's heading up the protest. I'm going to say Ken Kraft. I think Ken Kraft should do this too, just not at one of his shelters.